All right. All praises, all praises. Back again for Shabbat class. Give all praises, all honor, all glory to the omnipotent power, the ruler and creator and sustainer of the heavens, earth, and all things therein, right? His name is Yahweh, right? We give him thanks and praise. We get to see another Sabbath day, another seventh day, you know. Wish the conditions could be better, you know. We're in Babylon, but all praises still, you know, he give us another chance to get right. So I kind of have a interesting class that I'd like to get into today, right? Can you pull up that one with the 12 tribe chart for me? Right? So you know, we all know that we the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent, we're the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Yes, God. No, not the land, the tribe, the chart. That's it right there. Right? So I just want you guys to see this. Now, if you notice, this is the 12 tribes of Israel, right? We got the so-called blacks. Can you enlarge it a little bit so you can see it over there? If you could leave it on this, right? The so-called blacks, African American, Judah, the West Indians, Benjamin, Haitians, Levi, Puerto Ricans, Ephraim, Cubans, Manasseh, the Dominicans, Simeon, Guatemala to Panama, Zebulon, American Indian, Gad, Seminole Indian, Reuben, Colombia to Uruguay, Asher, Mexico, the Aztecs, Issachar, and Argentina to Chile is Naphtali, right? Now, as you all can see, the name of this class is Tracing the Tribe of Dan. So if you notice on this, the tribe of Dan isn't anywhere to be seen there, right? But so we want to go into the scriptures today and we want to look at what happened with Dan. Where is Dan? What's going on with Dan, right? So let's start with Revelations chapter 7 and verse 2. When you get it, you can bring it up. Because this is going to be an interesting class. Many people, especially when you're new into the faith, you might say, well, where's Dan, you know, and what happened to Dan? So I just want to give some things that we can look at and see historically what happened with them. You got it, Zach?
Yes, sir. Revelation chapter 7, verse.
Do you have the mic? You want to make sure that everyone at home can hear this.
The book of Revelation chapter 7, King James Version Bible verse. What verse?
7 verse 2.
Oh, yeah. The book of Revelation chapter 7, verse 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Most High power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the until we have sealed the servants of our Most High power in their foreheads.
All right, so this is he heard the voice from an angel saying, hurt not the earth until we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads, right? So this is the elect, sealing the elect. Go ahead.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephthalim was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon
No,
was still
Issachar.
12,000.
He was at Issachar already, off the tribe. Go to verse 8.
Okay. Of the let me finish verse
Go ahead,
read
go
on
ahead.
7. Of the tribe of Simeon was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was still 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin was still 12,000.
So that's 12 tribes, right? We're sealed 12,000. 12 times 12,000 is 144,000, right? Now, I want to show something very interesting, right? It says in verse 6, of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. But then in verse 8, it says, of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. So two tribes aren't mentioned in this list here. Who are the two tribes you guys know that's not mentioned here?
One is Dan
and
one is
Ephraim. But they have Joseph, right? So we say that Ephraim was representing Joseph there, right? But Manasseh is also from Joseph, right? But they're not ascribed as a tribe of Joseph, right? So let's continue.
Sure.
Go ahead, verse 9.
Verse 9, yeah. Verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne
Mhm.
and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and
Yes.
cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation of our Most High Power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb.
So this is the salvation, right? Salvation is of the 12 tribes of Israel, and it says on even those so you have the sealing of the elect first, and then the 1/3, right? Because the elect, the 144,000, isn't the 1/3, right? The 1/3 is all of our people. The elect is just the first fruits, the first ones that are sealed and selected first is 144,000, and then the 1/3, that great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people. That's the 1/3, right? So we know this in this Dan is nowhere to be found, right? This is what you call end time. This is end time kingdom connotation, right? So now let's see it again in a different area. Let's go to Ezekiel 48.
That book of Ezekiel 48, verse.
You can start at the top.
That book of Ezekiel chapter 48, verse 1.
Mhm.
Now these are the names of the tribes, from the north end to the coast of the way of Hethlon.
So in Ezekiel 47, he's given the vision of New Jerusalem, right? And in 48, what he's given is the gates in where there'll be a New Jerusalem. Go ahead.
As one goeth to Hamath, Hazar-Renan, the border of Damascus, northward to the coast of Hamath.
You gotta raise your voice, bro.
For these are his sides, east and west, a portion for Dan.
A portion for Dan. So we see in New Jerusalem, the tribe of Dan will be there. Go ahead, verse 2.
And by the border of Dan, from the east side unto the west side, a portion for Asher.
So Asher is going to be right next to Dan, right? You could jump down to verse 30.
Verse
So,
30
so we're showing that Dan has a land in the kingdom, right? Now jump to verse 30, because now we're going to show the city, which is New Jerusalem, the actual city where the temple is, and we'll see Dan also there. Go ahead.
We're in the
Verse
book of
30.
Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 30.
48, verse 30.
48, verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 48, verse 30. And these are the goings out of the city on the north side.
So we see in Revelation also it mentions there's 12 gates, right? Oh, Judah saying raise your voice up more, but right, so people can hear us. But in Revelation it mentioned that there's 12 gates, right, to the city, right? And so Ezekiel is also giving us a description, because in Revelation it just says 12 gates, and on the name the children of Israel, right? Oh. Right? So, but now Ezekiel is going more in depth with it. So go ahead.
From the top again.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the goings out of the city on the north side, 4,500 measures.
Mm-hmm.
And the gates of the city shall be after the names of the tribes of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
3 gates northward, 1 gate of Reuben, 1 gate of Judah, 1 gate of Levi.
So facing the north of Jerusalem, 3 gates: Judah, Reuben, Levi, right? Go ahead.
And at the east side, 4,500, and 3 gates,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 gate of Joseph, 1 gate of Benjamin, 1 gate of Dan.
1 gate of Joseph, so on the east side, 1 gate of Joseph, 1 gate of Benjamin, and 1 gate of Dan. Go ahead.
And at the south side, 4,500 measures, and 3 gates, 1 gate of Simeon,
Mm-hmm.
1 gate of Issachar, and 1 gate of Zebulun.
So to the south, 3 gates: Simeon, Issachar, and Zebulun. Go ahead. Let's see on the west.
At the west side, 4,500, with their 3 gates: 1 gate of Gad,
Mm-hmm.
1 gate of Asher, 1 gate of Naphtali.
So on the west side, 3 gates: 1 for Gad, 1 for Asher, 1 for Naphtali. Now this again, is there any tribes missing there? And the 12 listed in Ezekiel, there is a tribe missing:
Yeah.
Ephraim
Yeah.
and Manasseh. 2
Yeah,
tribes
yeah.
missing, but 1 tribe is there, Joseph. So we see in Ezekiel 48, Ephraim and Manasseh are combined into the gate, but in Revelation they have their own gate, right? Now, but in Ezekiel 48, Dan has his gate. So this is just me. This isn't, you're not going to find this in any, but I believe that Revelation might have been a mistake. What they call a scribal error,
Okay.
where they list Manasseh, it's supposed to be Dan. And because Joseph is mentioned in Revelation also. So Joseph is 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, right? So we see in the kingdom, not only will Dan have land, but Dan will also have a gate to New Jerusalem, right? For the tribe of Dan to come into, right? So let's go into prophecy of Dan, and we'll figure out. You could take down that, and and we'll try to figure out what's going on with Dan, right? Because we see them in the future in the kingdom, right? In the kingdom, the Danites are going to be there. So let's go to Genesis 49 and verse 16.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
So Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. I would say to an extent, well, let's start at verse 1. Start 49 and 1, and then we'll jump there.
So, the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So the context of these prophecies is what's going to happen to the 12 tribes in the last days. So go back to verse, what is that, 16?
Yes, sir.
16, Khan. Go back to verse 16. In verse 16, it says, Dan shall judge his people as one of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? As one of the tribes of Israel, right? Go ahead. Verse 17.
Verse 49, Genesis 49, 16 again. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Mhm.
Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
Okay. Now, it says, Dan shall be a serpent in the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heel, so that his rider shall fall back. We're just going to leave that there for now. We're going to come right back to this, but we just want to look at prophecies of Dan and see if we can figure out what's going on. Now let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 22. So that was the prophecy in Genesis that Jacob had of his sons in the last days. And let's see Moses' prophecy of the 12 tribes in Deuteronomy 33.
We got a book of Deuteronomy chapter
33, verse 22.
33, verse 22. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall reap from Bashan.
He shall what?
He shall leap from Bashan.
He shall
Bashan.
leap from Bashan. It says, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leap from Bashan. Now let's rationalize right now. It says in Genesis, it says that Dan is a serpent in the way, an adder, right? An adder in the path. But Moses says he's a lion's whelp, right? A lion's whelp is a young lion. He's a baby lion, right? So which is he? Is he a snake or is he a lion, right? And then Moses goes on to say he shall leap from Bashan, right? So now let's deal with the lion's whelp first. Okay. I don't want to give it away too early. I don't want to give it away too early, right? A lion's whelp. A lion is a young lion, right? How does a young lion... All right. So let's look at lions. Let's talk about lions for a second. Lions live in what? They live in a pride, they call it. Like it's normally one male lion and a bunch of female lions. Well, how does a young lion get his pride?
Gets his what?
His pride, where he lives at. A young lion gets his pride by...
He takes it from...
Exactly. He takes it. He goes there, conquers the older lion, and I'm gonna just be blunt and kill them.
Yeah.
All the as us West Indians say, all boy picnic.
Wow.
Unalives, Salakia. He unalives the other lions, right? All the boy children, he unalives. He keeps the girls and the children and the female children, right? That's a young lion.
The young lion
Mm-hmm.
killed the old lion.
Kill the old lion.
And he also got to kill
The baby lion
to bring forth his,
to bring exactly. So he'll
because the woman will not go in,
the female
lion will not go into
exactly.
unless
Yep.
that happens.
Yep. So that's how he gets it, right? So this prophecy that Moses is saying is Dan is a warrior group. Dan are warriors. They're like a lion's whelp. They're young lions. Young lions going around trying to take. right? Now let's look into let's go into their land allotment. Let's go to Joshua chapter 14 and 1. And you could bring up the map for me. I want it to be visual so that people can see what's going on, because the history of Dan is actually very, very interesting, and it's all in the Bible, and we never, because we just skim past it, and so you don't really notice. There's two maps there. I think that one right there. No, that one right there. Yeah, that one. So let's go Judges 14, and you can start at the top.
Yeah. In that book of Joshua.
I'm sorry, Salakia, give me 1 second. Yeah, I said Joshua. I meant Judges. I don't know why.
Oh, you want Judges?
Joshua 14.
Yeah, Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that book of Joshua, chapter 14, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In that book of Joshua, chapter 14, verse 1. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan, with Eleazar, the priest, and Joshua, the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed for inheritance to them.
Mm-hmm.
By lot was their inheritance, as the Lord Most High commanded by the hand of Moses. For the 9 tribes and for the half tribe.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here. In verse 1, it says,
In verse 1?
In verse 1, it says, and these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan. Right? But then in verse 3, it says, in verse 2, it says, but by lot was their inheritance, as the Most High commanded by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and for the half tribe. It's Joshua chapter 14. 14 verse, start at 1, 2, and 3. So why is it only 9.5 tribes here?
Say it again, Paul.
Let's read it again from the top. Joshua 14 verse 1.
Of Joshua chapter 14 verse 1. And these are the countries which the children of Israel inherited in the land of Canaan.
Where? In the land of Canaan. Okay, go ahead.
Which Eleazar, the priest, and Joshua, the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed for inheritance to them.
Verse 2.
By lot was their inheritance, as the Lord Most High commanded by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and for the half tribe.
Okay, so why is there only 9.5 tribes there? We have to know the history, right? It says this is the inheritance in the land of Canaan for the 9.5 tribes. I know. I seen it sparking you. Go ahead, Judah. Yahweh.
Because Reuben and Gad and half the tribe Manasseh
stayed on the other side. Right? We see on the other side, that's not the land of Canaan, that's the land of Moab. Yep. Manasseh and Gad and Reuben and Gad and half of Manasseh stayed on that side, right? So this Joshua 14 is only talking about when they're in the land of Canaan. So now they're in the land of Canaan. Go ahead, verse 3.
Verse 3, in Joshua 14, verse 3. For Moses had given the inheritance of 2 tribes and half tribe on the other side Jordan. But unto the tribes he gave none inheritance among them.
Unto the Levites he gave no inheritance. Go ahead.
For the children of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in.
So even in land allotment, right? So let's do it like this. How many sons did Jacob have? How many tribes are there in Israel? That's a tricky question.
That's like 14 if you really think about it.
If you want.
Where's the 14?
Ephraim and Manasseh.
Ephraim and Manasseh, he adopted them, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so he adopted them. So he has 14 children, right? But he had 14. So out of those 14, go ahead.
Okay, he had 14, but at one point, didn't he disinherit Reuben?
No, he didn't disinherit Reuben. What he did was Reuben, yes, Reuben is the firstborn. He was supposed to get double portion. I don't really want to go too far on that because it's something that I actually been looking into. And go ahead.
I can say when I thought it was like he had a double portion, but half of that portion he took away from him to give to Ephraim and Manasseh.
Yes and no. So this isn't even a part of the lesson, but I'll say this, right? The law of when the man has multiple wives. I'll find it. Give me 1 second. It's very interesting, and it explains why Joseph got the double portion. Because Joseph was his firstborn from his other marriage. When Reuben lost his double portion, Joseph got it. But let me see. 1 second. With Rachel Salakia. No, I want to just find that. All right, we're holding this tribe down. Let's go to Deuteronomy 21. And 15. This is a very interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned this because it explains Joseph's blessing, why Manasseh got big property and Ephraim, why they're not just considered Joseph and stay together. Deuteronomy 21 and 15 when you get it.
Reading over the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 15. If a man have two wives, one beloved and one hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the first son be hers that was hated, verse 16, then it shall be, when he maketh his son to inherit that which he had, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn.
So it's basically saying you got two wives, one wife, both of them got kids, right?
Right.
When you're going to give your inheritance to the kids, you can't let your favorite kid get the inheritance of the firstborn if he's not the firstborn, just because you like the wife more. Just because, no, you have to do it righteous, right? So even if the wife that you hated, the one that always burn your grits, even if she got the firstborn, her son has to get the right of inheritance, right? Let's continue with this because it's like one more verse.
Verse 17. All right, 12.
Verse 17.
Oh, wait. 12. Put this glass on, Paul. So verse 17, right? Deuteronomy 21, verse 17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he hath. For he is the beginning of his strength, the right of the firstborn is his.
Right? So you see that, right? That the firstborn, regardless of how he felt, because we all know who Jacob preferred, right? Rebecca, right? My mom, my great grandma, you know, because Rebecca only had Joseph and Benjamin, right? But Jacob preferred Rebecca. But Jacob was a righteous man and he did what was right. Reuben was supposed to be the firstborn and get the inheritance, but you know, Reuben exactly. So he went off. But let's go to the Wada Yarapa. He just sent me a verse too to also show this. First Chronicles chapter 5 and 1. And it shows what's his name losing his.
I think you got the name for it. You talking about Leah and Rachel.
Yeah, Leah and Rachel. What did I say? Rebecca. Oh, Salakia.
Isaac's wife.
Isaac. Con.
The book
Salakia.
of First Chronicles, chapter
5
5,
and
from the
1.
top, verse 1. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
for he was the firstborn, but for as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph, the son
You
of
see that?
Israel.
You see who got the birthright? Who got the double portion? The sons of Joseph. Go ahead.
That's what I was talking.
Con. Go ahead.
And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, verse 2.
For Judah prevailed above his brethren.
And we see later on Ephraim, or Joseph, who is Ephraim, who basically Jacob blessed Ephraim over Manasseh. So Ephraim obtained Joseph's blessing, but Ephraim went off. And so Judah prevailed above them, right? Go ahead. Let's finish that up, then we'll go back.
For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler. But the birthright was Joseph's.
Mhm. So the birthright went from Reuben to Joseph to Judah, right? And that's top.
That's basically the plan.
The plan, of course. I always look at Isaiah 46 and 10. The Most I wrote it all from the beginning.
Declared, yeah.
You know, he declared it from the beginning. It was gonna happen that way because that's how he wanted it to happen, right?
46:10.
So now let's go back to Joshua. Joseph is Reuben to Joseph to Judah. Yep. Yeah, Con.
So go back to Joshua
Con. We're going back to Joshua
14.
14. I think we stopped at verse 4.
Read the book of Joshua, chapter 14, verse 4. For the children of Joseph were two tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Therefore they gave no part unto the Levites in the land, save cities to dwell in, with their suburbs for their cattle and for their substance.
So the name Levi in itself means what? It means joined. Levi means joined. So in his name is prophetic. This is Joshua 14 and verse 4. So Levi is mixed in. He didn't get a lot of land. He was mixed in. He was supposed to have suburbs within everybody's tribe, right? Verse 5.
Joshua 14, verse 5. As the Lord Most High commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua.
That's it on that. Let's go to Joshua chapter 18. So 14 is where they start dividing the land, and it just continues dividing the land. But we're just going to skip ahead to the subject of this class, Dan, right? Because I want brothers to pay in mind also to the map. If you can you zoom into like have Dan area highlighted? You see the orange there, and like, are you able to zoom in anymore? No, that's it. It's cool. It's cool. We'll just
I just pointed.
yeah, con. 18. Start at the top.
We're in the book of Joshua, chapter 18, verse 1.
Mhm.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Shiloh
Mhm.
and set up the tabernacle of the congregation there. And the land was subdued before them.
Mhm.
And there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes, which had not yet received their inheritance.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Joshua said unto the children of Israel, how long are ye slack to go to possess the land?
So we still moving together in groups, right? We still one big, as brothers are passing into nice land that they like for themselves. They're breaking off, right? You got the first 2 tribes, the half tribe, right? But now, by the time you reach Judges 18, there's only 7 tribes remaining now. So that means the 2 tribes already broke off, right? And Joshua's like, how long y'all gonna keep moving like this? Go get the land, right? Like, I like Joshua. Joshua had a warrior spirit. Like y'all dilly-dallying around, go get the land, you know? Go ahead.
Which the Lord Most High, omnipotent power of the fathers hath given you.
Mm-hmm.
Give out from among you 3 men for each tribe,
Mm-hmm.
and I, the Most High, will send them, and they shall rise and go through the land and describe it according to the inheritance of them, and they shall come again to me.
So now they're sending out scouts. Go throughout the land. Each tribe send out 3 men each. Y'all go scout out the land, and y'all figure out if y'all would like this portion of the land for yourself. Go ahead.
What are you at?
This is
Joshua 18 verse 5.
Verse 5 now. Yep.
And they shall divide it into 7 parts. Judah shall abide in their coast on the south, and the house of Joseph shall abide in their coast on the north.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall therefore describe the land.
Now, this coast that they're talking about isn't the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. This is the coast of the Dead Sea. Judah is on the coast of the Dead Sea. Ephraim is above them on the coast of the Dead Sea. See, Benjamin's like smack in the middle of them, but they don't really get coastal water. You understand? They're not. Ephraim and Judah get it. Go ahead.
Okay. Into 7 parts, and bring the description hither to me,
Mm-hmm.
that I may cast lots for you here that I may cast lots for you here before the Lord Most High, our exclusive power. But the Levites have no part among you, for the priesthood of the Lord Most High is their inheritance. And Gad and Reuben and half the tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance beyond Jordan on the east, which Moses, the servant of the Lord Most High, gave them.
Okay.
And
so this is how they're figuring out who's going to get what land, right? They send out scouts. They already kind of decided on Judah and Ephraim. So remember, it was 9.5. Judah and Ephraim was already decided. So now it's 7 tribes left, right? So they're going out. Verse 8.
And the men arose and went away, and Joshua charged them that went to describe the land, saying, Go and walk through the land and describe it,
Mm-hmm.
and come again to me, that I may here cast lots for you before the Lord Most High in Shiloh.
So now let's go to chapter 19, verse 40, because I only went down this just so that we can keep along with what's going on in the story, right? 9, verse 40.
9 or 19?
19, verse 40.
Yeah. Read the book of Joshua, chapter 19, verse 40.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7 lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan.
So it's 7 left, and they were the last tribe. The 7th lot went to Dan, right? So now it's like, yeah, let's think of this as a cake. You divide in the cake. Do you want the first piece or the last piece? You get the leftovers if it's the last piece. Basically, that's what it is. Dan got the leftovers. Go ahead, because you'll see it.
That's it. That's it. And the seventh lot came out of the tribe of the children of Dan according to their families.
Mm-hmm.
And the coast of their inheritance was Zorah
Mm-hmm.
and Eshtaol.
Eshtaol and Irshemish. These are names, right? Like we all know the biblical names. They're rough. Go ahead.
Okay. And Shemesh and Shalaban and Ajalon and Jethla and Elon and Themnatha and Ekron and Eltekeh
Okay.
and Gibbethon
Mm-hmm.
and Balat and Jihad and Ben
Barak.
Nebarak and Gath Ribman
Mm-hmm.
and Mijakan and Rakon with the border before Jethpo.
Mm-hmm.
And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them.
So, and the coast, right? And the coast. So the children, so we see Dan is a coastal territory, right? The reason I even pointed out Judah was to show it's different coasts, right? Judah has the Dead Sea, Dan has the coast on the Mediterranean Sea, right? Go ahead, continue.
Yep, it says, for them. Therefore, the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem
Mm-hmm.
and took it and smote it with the edge of the sword and possessed it and dwelt therein and called Leshem Dan after the name of Dan their father.
Okay. Now let's just to show this on the map right there, right? Now they named some of the cities in Dan, but on the map, if you look closely, you can see Gibbethon. It is like right there at the bottom of Dan. You see it right there, right where you're at. Gibbethon is right there, right? So we could see these cities. Gibbethon is lower down. It's actually on this one too. Ekron is southeast of Gibbethon, right? So the point is, I want to show you where Dan was at, right? Because we have to understand where they were at. But yet in verse 47, it says, and the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore, the children of Dan went up against Leshem and took it and smote it. Now, where is Leshem? You're not going to see it on that map. That map, it doesn't have it, right? Switch to the next map if you could, the next map of the land. Because you have to understand, this is key to understanding Dan. Because like the prophecy in Deuteronomy 33 says, they're lions whelp, they're young lions, they're fighting. Dan was fighting. There's no other way around it. Right? Now, if you, yep, it's not going to be up there. Dan is there, yep. Yep, so Dan is, what's that? It's more like south, almost south. Right? Now, if you, on that map up, if you look northeast above Bashan. But let's go back to Deuteronomy 33 and what is that, 22?
Yeah, 22, yeah.
We'll see something very interesting. Because Moses prophesied this. Moses never made it into the land, right? Khan?
No,
Moses died in the hill overlooking the land. Go ahead.
You said he went northeast, so they went into Manasseh's land?
We'll see. They went past Manasseh's land. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 33 and 22 first.
Yep. Got the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp.
Mm-hmm.
He shall leap for Bashan.
He shall leap from Bashan, right? Now you see, look at this map up there. Go scroll back up to the top. You'll see. you'll see Bashan is actually, yep.
That's Sean. Yeah, that's
But
different.
no, that's not it. It's all the way at the top. Get it up. Okay, Bashan is, yes, that,
Right there.
yep, that's Bashan. So if we compare the two maps, you see where Dan is? Lower. So Dan was basically climbing. He went to the other side. Dan didn't stay where they were supposed to be at. They went to the other side. They went north to Bashan, right? But Moses, Salakia, one second. Moses prophesies they will leap from Bashan. You can keep that same map up. To there, exactly. But we'll see more, right? So Moses prophesies that there'll be a young lion and they'll leap from Bashan. That word, I don't want to give it away. So I'm going to come back to that leap word because that's a very interesting choice of word he used. But they went to Bashan. Now let's continue tracking down, right? And we'll see. But remember, in Joshua 19:47, it says not just that they went to Lashem and took it, right? They named it after their father Dan, right? This is a characteristic of Dan. We'll see this again. Now let's go to, one second. Let's go to Judges 18. You can start at the top. We're going to read the whole Judges chapter 18 because this chapter is all about the travels of Dan. So for this class, we definitely needed the map.
So Joshua what?
18.
I mean, Judges what?
Judges 18.
18. Now the book of Judges, chapter 18 from the top.
Mm-hmm.
18 verse 1. In those days, there was no king in Israel. And in those days, the tribe of the Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in.
But they already got their inheritance. But remember, they said that it was too small for them. So that's why they're seeking a land for them to dwell in. Go ahead.
It says, for unto the day all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we see this, that they never took the land. Then their inheritance, they never took it. In fact, it actually says it in Judges. I didn't highlight it, but they didn't kill the Canaanites that was in their land. Because from the time they seen their land, they had a problem with it. Oh, this is what if you go back into Numbers when they're in the wilderness. Who was the biggest tribe in the wilderness? Judah. Judah had the most. Let's hold it 1 second. Let me just find this. 1 second. It's in Numbers. I want to get it because what we have to understand is we can't just look at the Bible and just read it. We got to picture these things, right? Picture it. All right, let's go to Numbers chapter 2. Let's start at you can start at 1. Numbers chapter 2, verse 1. We'll come back to Judges 18. Because we want to get the picture. Huh? Judges? Judges, right now we're in Numbers chapter 2. But Judges, we'll come back to Judges after this. Start at Numbers chapter 2, verse 1.
Yeah. The book is Numbers chapter 2, verse 1. And the Lord Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the ensign of their father's house, far off above the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch. And on the east side toward the rising of the sun shall they of the standard of the camp, of Judah pitch throughout their armies. And Nahshon, the son of Aminadab,
Mm-hmm.
shall be captain of the children of Judah,
Mm-hmm.
and his hosts and those that were numbered of them were 14,600.
So 14,000. Wait, 14,606, right? Wait, 3 score. That's 20, 60, 14,066, 660, right? So that's Judah. Now I don't want to go through every single number, right? Every single tribe, but the point is that Judah had the most. We ain't rushing. Let's do it. Go ahead. Next one.
Yes, sir. Now, verse 5.
Continue.
And those that do pitch next unto them shall be the tribe of Issachar.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anybody have a pen?
Nathaniel,
A pen? I just want to write some.
and Nathaniel, the son of Zuar, and the son of Zuar, shall be captain of the children of Issachar, and his hosts, and those that were numbered thereof were 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun and Eliab, the son of Helon, shall be captain of the children of Zebulun, and his hosts, and those that were numbered thereof were 57,400.
Mm-hmm.
All that were numbered in the camp of Judah were 100,000 and 80,000 and 6,000.
Salakia, I made a calculation error. Judah, when they says 3 score and 14,000, that's 60,000 plus 14,000. So Judah's number is 74,600 men, right? And this is all just able-bodied men of war, right? Issachar is 54,000. Let's keep going. Zebulun, I'm writing them down as we go.
Verse, hold on, let me see.
Zebulun was 57,400. Okay, let's continue. Verse
Yep.
9.
Yep, hold on. Verse 9, yeah. So all Numbers 2, verse 9. All that were numbered in the camp of Judah were 100,000 and 80,000.
This is including everybody. So let's continue. Verse 10.
Yep.
And remember, they do it by gates. So Israel had on this gate was Judah, Issachar, Zebulun. So now the next one, verse 10.
So let me finish it. It said, and 6,400 throughout their armies, these shall first set forth. On the south side shall be the standard of the camp of Reuben according to their armies.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain of the children of Reuben shall be
Elazar.
Elazar, the son of Shedaiah, and his hosts, and those that were numbered thereof were 46,500. And those which pitched by him shall be the tribe of Simeon, and the captain of the children of Simeon shall be Shelumiel. Shelumiel, the son of Zurishadai. Zurishadai, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, and the captain of the sons of Gad shall be Elispha, the son of Reuel, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 45,650.
So this is listing every tribe, right? How many their numbers. So far, Judah's still on top. You can jump down to verse 18.
22.
Just to speed it along, because they're gonna repeat the same thing. So it was verse 18.
You know, 18?
Mm-hmm.
Read the book of Numbers, chapter 2, verse 18. On the west side shall be the standard of the camp of Ephraim, according to their armies. And the captain of the sons of Ephraim shall be Elishama, the son of Ammihud, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 40,500. And by him shall be the tribe of Manasseh, and the captain of the children of Manasseh shall be Gamaliel, the son of Pedazah, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, and the captain of the sons of Benjamin shall be Ebedan, the son of Gideoni, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 55,400. All that were numbered of the camp of Ephraim were 100,000 and 8,100 throughout their armies, and they shall go forward in third rank. The standard of the camp of Dan shall be on the north side by their armies, and the captain of the children of Dan shall be Ahiezer, the son of Amishadai, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 62,700. And those that encamp by him shall be the tribe of Asher, and the captain of the children of Asher shall be Pegiel, the son of Akron, and his hosts, and those that were numbered of them were 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, and the captain of the children of Naphtali shall be Ahira, the son of Enan.
All right. That's good. So now we went through all the tribes and all their numbers, right? I'll give the concise numbers. Judah, 74,660. Issachar, 54,000. Zebulun, 57,000. Reuben, 46,500. Simeon, 59,300. Gad, 45,650. Ephraim, 40,500. Manasseh, 32,200. Benjamin, 35,400. Dan, 62,700. Dan was the second biggest tribe in Israel. Isn't that interesting? Right? Asher, 41,500. Naphtali, 53,400. Go ahead, Judah. Got it.
They had to take the lead.
Judah, isn't that 74,600?
600. Yes, Con. I said 60. 74,600. Con, go ahead.
That's one quick question. So and why was it left out on the 12 tribes then?
We're gonna get
I know,
there. We're gonna get there, right? We're gonna get there.
I knew we were gonna get there. I was like,
I got bad news for everybody because this is actually just part one. Because we'll have to go into history,
right.
and that's gonna be for another.
One more
Go
quick
ahead.
thing, that's what I'm saying. Then some people saying, I'm speaking outside, whatever it said, it was 13 tribes, but I know you're gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
con.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's a lot of stuff.
so now Dan is the second largest tribe with the smallest land allotment, right? So it's only natural for them to. We need a place for all our people, right? So let's go back. Go ahead. Let's go back to Judges 18. Go ahead.
I think in total, all of it comes out to be 603,550 people.
Men for war. That's a great large army,
Right, yeah.
and that was in the wilderness. Now, women, children, they outnumber the men because that's a whole now. Not co-signing for them, but you could kind of understand why these other people didn't want us walking through their land.
Right.
because we let you in the land, what's to stop you from taking over? It's a million of y'all, like, you know, like,
They're
but-
like, all you.
all of y'all, you know. All right, so let's go back to Judges 18. We'll start back at 1.
Yeah, we're in the book of Judges, chapter 18, verse 1. In those days, there was no king in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And in those days, the tribe of the Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in. For
Mhm.
unto that day, all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel.
Uh-huh.
And the children of Dan sent to their family 5 men from their coast, men of valor, from Zerah and from Eshtaol.
Salakia, Yahweh, can you put back the other map that you had up first? Because I want to show something. Because it'll show in this along the path that Dan is going and how they end up where they're at. Go ahead.
Oh, shoot.
Go ahead.
Okay,
yeah.
I can finish reading, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm starting top man. Judges 18, verse 2. And the children of Dan sent of their family 5 men from the coast, from their coast, men of valor,
Mhm.
from Zerah, and from Eshtaol,
Eshtaol. let's see, is
Eshtaol.
it on that.
to spy out the land.
Not that one. The next one. That's
It disappeared. For some reason.
that's the tribe. Maybe it's at the one that say plus. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, to spy out the land and to search it.
Mhm.
And they said unto them, Go, search the land. Who, when they came out to Ephraim, to the house of Micah, they lodged
That's it.
there.
Mhm.
When they,
So
when-
they left from Eshtaol, right? You could bring that that first one that was you had it just now a second ago. Right? Eshtaol is in the land of Dan. That's where they started out at. It's basically like right around Ekron. This is they took a lot of map searching on this, but yeah, Eshtaol it's south of in the land of Dan. But go ahead. Verse
Three,
they
yeah,
found
verse
they came. It says they came to Mount Ephraim, right?
Yeah.
And found the house of Micah. Go ahead, verse 3.
Yep. Judges 18, verse 3. When they were by the house of Micah, they knew the voice of the young man, the Levite. And they turned in thither and said unto him, Who brought thee hither? And what makest thou in this place? And what hast thou here?
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, Thus and thus dealeth Micah with me, and have hired me, and I am his priest.
Right? So they come to this guy's house, right? Now his house isn't literally a house. They're talking about his property. They found in his property, they found a Levite there. And they're like, what are you doing here? And the Levite said, you know, Micah's been good to me, so I'm going to stay here and be his priest, right? Let's go.
It says, and they said, verse 5, Judges 18, verse 5, and they said unto him, Ask counsel, we pray thee, O Most High Power, that we may know whether our way which we go shall be prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
And the priest said unto them, Go in peace before the Lord Most High is your way wherein ye go.
So you see that? This is a Levite, a priest telling them the Most High is with them
Mhm.
in where they're going,
Tom.
right? Let's continue.
Verse 7 of Judges 18, verse 7. Then the 5 men departed and came to Laish,
Laish.
Laish,
Mm-hmm.
and saw the people that were therein.
So
How
go ahead.
how they dealt careless after the manner of the Zidonians.
Salakia, Yahweh, I'm being annoying because we got to switch between the maps, right? So Laish This is at the end of the story.
You want the other night?
Mhm. They make it all the way up to Laish. I want you to see where Laish is. Laish is all the way at the top. All
Is it on the other side?
on the other side. They made it all the way to the other side.
So they passed all the other
They
tribes.
passed all the other tribe. Go ahead, Zach.
Yep. So
See, Laish is all the way at the top, right there. You see it all the way at top. What's that? East, top west. You see Laish, the big black. There's a big black dot right there where your thing was. Go down.
man, that's bad.
It says right there, to the left. That right there, that area right there says
Oh,
Laish.
okay, I see it ties.
It says Dan. You see, it says Dan right there, and in parentheses, it says Laish. Right? So Dan started at their coast at the bottom and made their way all the way up to the top. And they go ahead, we'll see it.
Yep. So then the 5 men departed and came to Laish and saw the people that were therein,
Mhm.
how they dwelt careless after the manner of the Zidonians.
And this is in Zidon. This isn't even in our land anymore. I see bulbs going on. Go ahead.
I know it.
Go ahead.
All right.
They got into idolatry.
Of course, Dan has always been into idolatry. And that's going to be something that I touch into in part 2. That I'll just, a lot of what we know today, we got from the Danites because they were in idolatry. And their temperament as conquerors. But let's continue with today. Because so I don't know if anybody heard of the Moabite stele, right? The Moabite stele, right? It's one of the proofs that we use. Because some people that's against the Bible, they're like, how do you know David never existed? Well, the Moabite stele actually recorded it, that we went to war with the Ammonites. It recorded a war where we lost. But the interesting thing on the Moabite stele is it says that the god of the Moabites, Shalom says, the god of the Moabites, what's this bowl, with the oven that they put the babies through,
Oh, Molech.
Molech. On the Moabite stele, it says that Molech defeated Yahweh. Now we know that the Molech is an idol; he's not real. But the thing about the Moabite stele is proof that 1, there's a king, that the Israelites existed. 2, King David existed because it mentions David by name. But the way that historical people would record war is our God beats your God because we won that war, right? Now, that obviously doesn't mean that Molech beat the Most High. That's just how they record it, to say that they won, right? And so when we look at history, you have to understand that's how things were written. So when people, I'll give a sneak preview that the Titans, the Greek Titans, lost to the 12 Olympians. This isn't literally happening. Their gods lost to another group of gods, right? And that means that the people who worship the Titans lost to the people who worship the Olympians. That's how they would write history. Because everybody had their own God, right? And so where's your God? Your God lost, right? To our God. And that's how history was written. So I don't even know how I got here, but the point, go ahead, Judah.
So now, okay, using that illustration and the way of Babylon ruling,
Mm-hmm.
if we should have one that was wrong, they would say that they wouldn't do it.
Well, I'm sure that they did.
I'm just trying to,
Come.
see how they would rewrite something.
So the Babylonians, not that they didn't believe in God, but they deified men as gods. So that's why you don't see men, them saying, them saying that's why you don't see them saying like they beat the Most High, right? Because they said that they make themselves God, the Babylonians. That's why Nebuchadnezzar had the statue of himself built and wanted everybody to bow down to
That's
it,
right.
right? He's your God now. That's basically what he's saying.
I know one of the things that they would do when they get ready to go against us,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying us,
Mm-hmm.
and you said your God against my God. One of the ways they would say is they, they would ask their advisors,
Uh-huh.
is their God with them?
Uh-huh. Con.
No.
Con.
Like that.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Adam, to that, but we know the Most High allowed these things to happen.
Of course,
right?
of course.
Because
Everything is part of the Most High's plan. All of this must happen, right?
Yep.
But let's get back to this, right? Because the men departed to Laish, and they saw that the people dwelt careless after the manner of the Zidonians. Laish is actually the border of Zidon. They wasn't even in the land anymore. They went into Zidon. Go ahead.
That was verse 7. No, it was verse.
Verse 7. You can start from the top again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Read out the book of Judges
You
chapter.
gotta read your voice.
Yeah, yes, sir. Judges chapter 18, verse 7. Then the 5 men departed and came to Laish, and saw the people that were therein, how they dwelt careless,
Mhm.
after the manner of the Zidonians, quiet and secure.
Mhm.
And there was no magistrate in the land that might put them to shame in anything. And they were far from the Zidonians and had no business with any man.
Mhm. Go ahead.
And they came unto their brethren to Zorah and Estiol.
Remember, this is 5 men they sent up there to just look. And they came back and sent words to their brothers back in Dan. Go ahead.
And their brethren said unto them, What say ye?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, Arise, that ye may go up against them. For we have seen the land, and behold, it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And are ye still? Be not slothful to go, and to enter to possess the land.
So they came back with word. It's sweet over there. There's nobody in the land to stop us from going over there and take the land. Go ahead.
When ye go, shall come unto a people secure, and to a large land, for the Most High Power hath given it into your hands, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And there went from thence of the family of the Danites, and of Zorah, and out of Eshtaol, 600 men appointed with weapons of war.
Oh, you know what they went up there to do, right? They went up there to take the land. They went up there to take Laish, which is the borderland of Zidon, right? Go ahead.
And they went up and pitched in Kirjath Jearim in Judah.
In Judah. So now this 600 men are going up to the land, but yet they pitched in Kirjath Jearim in Judah. This is it's in Judah. Now we see in their it's actually not that far from where their main land is, from where Kirjath. It's in your Bible, the what's his name? Because on the other map it actually has it written Kirjath Jearim, but it's okay, right? It's not far, but they went to Judah. Now they're no longer in the land of Dan. They went into the land of Judah. Let's see what they did.
Listen now. In Kirjath Jearim in Judah, wherefore they called that place Mahanadan. Mahanadan unto this day, behold, it is behind Kirjath Jearim.
Okay, so they went to Kirjath Jearim, and they called it Mahanadan. You noticed it? The first place that they took, that's Dan. And now we took this spot in Judah, we putting Dan on it. All right, go ahead.
And they passed thence unto Mount Ephraim,
Mm-hmm.
and came unto the house of Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered the 5 men that were to spy out the country of Laish, and said unto unto their brethren, Do ye know that there is in these houses an ephod and
Teraphim.
cherubim and a graven image and a molten image? Now therefore consider what ye have to do.
So you see, from the time that this is the Most High letting us know that from the time Dan started on their journey, they went off already. But it's up to the Most High for them to conquer these lands, right? But they went off already. Go ahead.
And they turned thitherward and came to the house of the young man, the Levite, even unto the house of Micah, and saluted him. And the 600 men appointed with their weapons of war.
What verse is that, you're
Upon verse 16 of
Okay.
Judges
Go ahead.
18, verse 16. Well, hold up, did I skip?
And they came to the house of the young man and saluted him. This is 16, 18, verse 16. Verse 17, go ahead.
Let me finish it. So, at the top of Judges
No,
18.
verse 18, Salakia, verse 18.
Verse 18?
Mm-hmm. No, 17, Salakia.
Yeah, 17, yeah. That book of Judges, chapter 18, verse 17. And the 5 men that went to spy out the land went up and came in thither and took the graven image and the ephod and the cherubim and the molten image, and the priest stood in the entering of the gate with the 600 men that were appointed with weapons of war. And these went into Micah's house and fetched the carved image, the ephod, and the cherubim, and the molten image. Then said the priest unto them, What do ye?
So they went into the man's Micah's land, took his stuff, and then asked the priest, "What you want to do? What you want to do?" Right? Let's see what Micah the priest does.
And they said unto him, Hold thy peace, lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
And they said to Micah, "Hold your peace, lay your hand upon your mouth." Go ahead.
And go with us,
And come with us. Don't say nothing. Just come with us. Go ahead.
and be to us as a father and a priest.
Mm-hmm.
It is better for thee to be a priest unto the house of one man, or that thou be a priest unto a tribe and a family in Israel.
Mm-hmm. So
And-
you see, now they're off. They're off. They basically bullying a Levite to come with them and be their priest. Right? Go ahead. Better than just dealing with one house. Why don't you deal with a whole tribe? Go ahead.
And the priest's heart was glad, and he took the ephod and the cherubim and the graven image and went in the midst of the people.
So the priest went with them, right? Dan is no joke. I mean, he didn't really have a choice. He was glad, but 600 men with weapons of war telling you, lay your hand on your mouth. Like, come with us. Go ahead.
So they turned and departed
Mm-hmm.
and put the little ones and the cattle and the carriage before them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were a good way from the house of Micah, the men that were in the houses near to Micah's house were gathered together and overtook the children of Dan.
So after Salaki, I'll get you 1 second. So they spoiled the brother Micah his possessions, and then they left with the priest. Brother Micah came back, realized something, and took chase, and they caught up with them. You had a question?
So that's Egypt coming out.
No, this is in the land already. We're in the land already. The problem was that Dan didn't like the land that was given to them. And so they never went to clear the land. They decided to, they started looking immediately for where they could go. It's like, I'll give an example. When I moved to Jersey, first place I moved to was Jersey City. Within 2 months there, we realized we don't like Jersey City. So immediately we start looking for, when this lease is up, we're going to find a place that's more convenient for us. And That's basically what happened with them. When they got the land, they immediately like, nah, it's too much of us. This land is too little. Let's go find some place that could hold us. All right, somebody had a hand up?
That makes sense.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, verse 18, Judges 18, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And they cried unto the children of Dan, and they turned their faces and said unto Micah, we aileth thee.
What aileth thee? Like, what's wrong with you?
Pardon me. What aileth thee?
We listen. I always want to say this too. You know how black people talk. That's how Dan talk. What's going on with you? You see this group and your little household is gonna come run up on us. Like, what do you think is gonna happen, bro? Like what's wrong with you for coming up? Go ahead. You'll see it.
What aileth thee
Mm-hmm.
that thou comest with such a company?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, ye have taken away my gods which I made,
Mm-hmm.
and the priests and ye are gone away. And what have I more? And what is this that ye say unto me, that aileth thee?
What aileth thee? So he's like, listen, y'all took my gods and my priests, and you took my stuff, and then you got the nerve to ask me what's wrong with me. Like, what's wrong with you? You know? Yeah, like, what's your problem? I'm minding my business, y'all robbed me. Go ahead.
And the children of Dan said unto him, let not thy voice be heard among us,
We don't want to hear nothing. Go ahead.
lest angry fellows run up on thee.
Unless some angry men run up on you. Go ahead.
And thou lose thy life
And you lose your life. Go ahead.
with the lives of thy household.
And the lives of your house. We just took your graven image and your priest. We could take your life. That's basic. And you see, so we go back to the prophecy when Moses says they're like a lion's whelp. They go and they conquer and take stuff. Right?
That's bold talk, bold comment.
Yeah. You see, it's in Old English, it doesn't sound like, you say it in modern time, you get the sense like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like what he said to him before, he said, yeah, wait, where is that? That's 20. Which verse is that? Which verse is that one again?
So still 25, Judges 18.
Yeah,
verse
25. And the children of Dan said unto him, let not thy voice be heard among us. We just robbed you, but we don't want to hear nothing, right? Because they're lions. That's their nature, right? So let's continue with this.
Yeah, verse Judges 18, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Dan went their way. And when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back unto his house.
And of course, what do you expect? Like, I don't want to lose everything now. Like, I'm going back. I'm just one man with a house. The house represents like his wives, children, servants. How much people? He can't take 600 men with weapons of war. Like, the guys got girdles and swords. Go ahead, Judah.
That's kind of like what I was speaking of earlier,
Mm-hmm.
when I was seeking some kind of understanding of how this iceberg was.
Yeah, Khan. It's that same type of spirit. Yep. Go ahead.
You read out of Judges chapter 18, verse 24.
Mm-hmm. 27.
Yeah, pardon me, 27. Right. And they took the things which Micah had made, and the priests which he had, and came unto Laish,
Mm-hmm.
unto a people that were at quiet and secure. And they smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire.
That's the time Dan was on. Go ahead.
And
Remember,
there was no
Salaki,
deliverer.
if you remember in the law, what does it say when you find a people? What are you supposed to do? It says you're supposed to offer them peace. And if they're willing to be your tributaries, you can allow them to live, and they'll be tributaries to you. But Dan didn't do all that. They sent their spies. They seen the people was living nice, came back with a little militia, a little army, and just killed them, right? They didn't give them, and so we see that they were off already, right? It's guerrilla tactics, but they're off. Go ahead.
And there was no deliverer because it was far from Zidon,
Zidon.
from Zidon. And they had no business with any man. And it was in the valley that lieth by Beth-rahab.
Mm-hmm.
And they built a city and dwelt therein.
You see, another thing. This is the third city. Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
And they called the name of the city Dan,
And they called it Dan.
after the name of Dan, their father, who was born unto Israel. Howbeit, the name of the city was Laish at the first.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Dan set up the graven image. And Jonathan, the son of Gershom, the son of Manasseh, he and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan until the day of the captivity of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And they set them up Micah's graven image, which he made all the time that the house of the Most High Power was in Shiloh.
Okay. So we see that Dan went to Laish, right? Dan, we've seen the properties of Dan. You got the question? You got something, Saladonia?
No, because I see, I already answered my own question. Don't worry about it.
So I want to, before we, go ahead. No, that's another Gershom. That's another Gershom.
When it said Manasseh, that meant he was the grandson of Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph's grandson. So you know the names they travel.
Con. So let's go back to these prophecies now. You had something, Judah? Yes. And now we'll go back to the prophecies. I should do the next one before we do that. Let's go to Judges chapter 5 and verse 12.
Okay, I will think about 11.
And then we'll go
12.
back to the prophecy.
I'll think
Because
about 11.
I was kind of being guided. I'm taking along a path, right? Because I gave the first two prophecy, but I didn't show the third prophecy of Dan. Because now that you see the path, now the third prophecy makes more sense. So the first one was Genesis 49, where he's a snake in the path, right? And Moses one is obvious, the lion's whelp, that's the nature of Dan. Dan conquers, right? Now let's see the third one, Judges chapter 5 and verse 12.
Verse 12?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking about 11. We got Judges chapter 5, verse 12. Awake, awake, Deborah, awake, awake. Utter a song, arise, Barak, and leave thy captivity captive. Thou son of Abinoam.
All right, so this is the prophetess Deborah, right? Now, a lot of people don't really even know too much about Deborah because it's in the book of Judges, right? Deborah, it's the same name, Deborah. I said Deborah, Salakia, right? Debar means voice. The bar, voice of God. That's what her name means. Yes, the sister. This is I believe she's an Issacharite sister. But let's continue. Let's read her prophecy pertaining.
Judges 5, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Then he made him that remained have dominion over the nobles among the people.
So the backstory of this verse is this is after we got the Most High just delivered Israel from, what is it? You know, in the book of Judges, it's just a series of mini captivities we go through. We get conquered, ruled over, we pray, Most High deliver us. But Deborah was basically the prophetess on the scene during this time, right? So after we just got salvation, which is being saved from our enemies, she sings a song, right? This is a part of the song, but the song in itself holds prophecy. Let's continue, verse 14.
Verse 14, Judges 5, verse 14. Out of Ephraim was there a root of them against Amalek.
Amalek after thee.
Yeah, Amalek. Yeah. After thee, Benjamin, among thy people. Out of Machir came down governors, and out of Zebulun they that handled the pen of the writer.
Mm-hmm.
And the priests of Issachar,
The princes.
and the princes of Issachar were with Deborah,
Mm-hmm.
even Issachar, and also Barak. He was sent on foot into the valley.
Mm-hmm.
For the divisions of Reuben, there were great thoughts of heart.
Mm-hmm.
Why abodest thou among the sheepfolds?
So this is about Reuben. Why did the land? Remember, to get, you have to have the history, right? When they passed through the land, they saw it was a good place. Why? Because they said it can hold many sheep. So that's why Reuben decided to stay on that side of the Jordan. They didn't go into the actual land, right? So Reuben stayed there. So she's saying, why abidest thou among the sheepfolds? He's talking to Reuben. Go ahead.
To hear the Bethlehem,
Bleatings of the flock.
to hear the
Bad,
bleatings,
bad.
hear the
Yeah.
bleatings of the flocks. For the divisions of Reuben, there were great searchings of heart.
Mhm,
Gilead abode beyond Jordan.
mhm.
And why did Dan remain in ships?
Why did Dan remain in ships? You see this? More prophecy. So Dan is prophecy. What's that?
Need a marvel.
Yes. Dan, young lions, but they're not staying at home. Dan is going. They are going to conquer. That is Dan. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 14, it says, out of Ephraim, there's a rock. And then came Amalek. And after thee, what does it say? Then Benjamin. What's that?
Among that people out of Machir. I believe Machir is actually a part of Benjamin's land.
Oh,
So,
talking about
yeah. And actually, Benjamin is close to what's his name? So it says the governor, and it's close to Jerusalem.
So it's just the land, just saying.
Yeah. Right? So Dan is going to remain in ships, right? So now let's go back to Genesis 49. I want to piece together this adder in the path, and you can Genesis 49 verse 16.
Verse 16. The book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 16. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
So remember, this prophecy in verse 1 says at the end, like, let me read it. It says, and Jacob called his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. So Dan is going to judge his people in the last days. And isn't that ironic that it says as one of the tribes of Israel?
Mm.
Isn't that ironic that so they knew that there was going to be questions about the tribe of Dan, but yet it says he's going to judge as one of the tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say something. So it's leading me to think. So they was like kicked out.
No,
No,
they
they
wasn't
think-
kicked
right,
out.
right,
They
right.
willingly left. They went on their own. They went on their merry way. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, what's that
Verse 17.
Yeah, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
All right. So now I'm gonna plead to my Benjamite brothers, or sisters, or anyone who's familiar with country. How can you tell a snake is nearby?
Say it again. Say it again.
You hear the rattling.
The rattling?
You hear the rattling.
Okay, not
And then horses winning.
okay. Horses. Horses is in that.
They get nervous.
Mhm.
What was the question again?
But let's say there's no horses around.
What was the question again, Paul?
How can you tell a snake not necessarily is nearby, or at least has been by?
In the Caribbean, we see the changing of the skin.
The changing of the skin, shedding of the skin.
Because we have a lot of fences in the Caribbean,
Uh-huh.
barbed wires,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to have outer
Mm-hmm.
So back then, when I was growing up, we see the changing in the skin.
The changing of the skin. Okay, but Yahweh, can you get that last picture, the one that we haven't used yet? And I want you to understand what's going on, why it calls him an adder, why Moses called him a young lion. We see the other one, the not Judges 5. We stopped at, I believe, 17. The one that looks like the desert.
So you went back to Genesis 49, right?
Yes, Genesis 49. Right? No, not that. Not the picture of the map. The other one. I got because it's gonna help to understand why Jacob called him an adder, a snake. What it says, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path. Not that. Not that. The next one. Yep, that one. Now look at this picture up there. Why you? It was. I needed big. That same one right there. Big. That one.
Oh,
He's in a road. He's a snake in the path. But you can't see him. But you knew a snake was there, right? How?
Right.
How can you tell the snake was there?
his
His trail. Everywhere that Dan left, they named it after Dan. That's their path. That's the path of Dan. They name it after their father. Right? You see it? The Most High's words is amazing. So Dan fits that adder in the path. Why? Because wherever he goes, he leaves his marking. Like a snake in the path, he will leave his marking wherever he goes. You got some? The Edomite. Well, the Edomites are a little different. They'll take your name and say that you are them. Their names, yeah. Right? So I got one more to give. Let's go to Khan. To understand it, we have to, like, I remember Mike, Elder Mike, this dead, deceased, God bless the dead, most I bless the dead. He used to say that that Israelites come from a horticulture, agrarian culture. Everything that's in the Bible relates to that kind of lifestyle. So you see sheep, you see plants, so you have to have a little bit of knowledge of these kind of things to understand what the Bible is talking about. So when it's they're obviously got snakes in Jerusalem, in Israel. So how can I let y'all know this? He's a snake in the path. Wherever he go, he gonna leave his mark, right? He took places, named it Dan, put Dan on it, right? So now I want to go into just a little preview, and this is gonna be the end of it. Let's go to the Maccabees, first Maccabees 12, and before I go there, so I mentioned earlier the Titans and the Olympians, 12 Olympians, right?
The Titans, the Romans, or the Greeks?
The Greeks.
So they both were Greeks.
The
Titans, weren't they the children of the
No, so the history of that land is the Minoans, the Japhites, the real Japhetic people. Their gods were the Titans. They were conquered, and that's why the story of the Titans and the Olympians. They were conquered, and that story represents them being conquered. The people who conquered them brought their gods and said that our God beat your gods. And this is the Olympians, right? Now, I find it very interesting. I've always known this because I've always been into how you call it? It's like mythology. Thank you. I've always noticed the similarities between Hercules and Samson. Now, I'll just, this is just a vague overview. The 12 Olympians, the 12 tribes. It is this, I'll go into it. Most I will in part 2. I'll get in touch with Rakasi when we can, I have space to do a second lesson. But the Dan being in ships. Also, it has to do with the temple, right? First off, the tin. It says in the temple, when Solomon was building the temple, they used tin in there. Tin is not a naturally forming mineral. Tin is a mixture of iron and I believe copper to make tin. Copper was only found in that area in Greece. Yes, copper was only found in Greece. So that means they had to be ships. Exactly. Ships bringing the copper to there. Dan dwelling in ships, right? Dan wasn't just, they didn't just go off, right? But they went conquering the other areas, but they were off already. And so they brought to the Minoans the Olympians, the 12 Olympians representing the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Also, one other thing about Greek, because we have to understand that, right? The word Greek doesn't signify a nationality. It signifies lifestyle more, like American. It's more like American. You're American, but that doesn't mean that you're white, right? And it's the same thing, right? So let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 12 in verse. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking because you
12.
talked about
Forgot my big books, David. So I got the last
Jew and Greek, because it doesn't have to do with nationality. It has to do with culture more, being brought up within a society or citizenship, right? Not necessarily. Because, so for example, if you look up Lacedaemonians, right? Lacedaemonians, it'll say that they're Spartans. But if you look up Spartans, it won't say they're Lacedaemonians. Why? Because all Lacedaemonians are Spartans, but not all Spartans are Lacedaemonian. All of them fall under Greek, the title Greek, but they're not all the same people, and they kept that distinction, right? So let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 12. It is very, very interesting. We'll get to Dan today, but that's next week. I have to end the class, right?
That being said,
Mm-hmm.
if I would take that concept
Mm-hmm.
and put it with America,
What do you mean? That all Americans are, wait, all Americans are immigrants, but all immigrants are an American. Exactly, Khan. So let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 12, and I believe it's 21.
The book of 1 Maccabees, book of Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 21.
Start at 19.
Apocrypha, 1 Maccabees, chapter 12, verse 19. And this is the copy of the letters which Aneres sent. Arius,
Salaki, let's start up a little higher. So, who was, let's history, because this is more of a history class than anything, right? We're not really doing too much with the theology of it. We're dealing more with the history of it. So, in the book of Maccabees, who are they fighting? The Greeks, right? Good. Let's start up a little higher. Let's start at 16.
the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 12, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
For this cause we chose Numius,
Mm-hmm.
the
Numenius.
son of Antiochus,
Mm-hmm.
Antiochus, and
Antipater,
Antipater, the son of Jason, and sent them unto the Romans to renew the enmity that we had with them and the former league.
mm-hmm,
We commanded them also to go unto you and to salute you
mm-hmm,
and to deliver you our letters concerning the renewing of our brotherhood.
mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Wherefore now you shall do well to give us an answer thereto. And this is the copy of the letters which Oneres sent.
Mm-hmm.
Arius,
So this is post, getting the temple, whatever, back, right? Now they sent out letters because the problem is the Greeks are still there. So they sent out letters to different people. They sent out to the Romans because remember in Isaiah chapter 29, it says we've got an agreement with hell.
okay.
We had a league with the Romans, right? We begged the Romans for help dealing with the Greeks, right? But it wasn't just the Romans. We were also gathering, like, I guess, allies from different areas, right? They sent out letters to different groups to basically offer the branch of brotherhood. Go ahead.
Okay. So verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
It is found in writing that the Lacedaemonians and the Jews are brethren.
Oh, brethren. Mm-hmm.
And that they are of the stock of Abraham.
But the Lacedaemonians are Greeks. So why are the Jews writing to other Greeks about the Greeks? Because, and it's just a little, city-states in Greece were more independent. They were Greeks, like in the sense of the lifestyle and the area, but they were independent. They weren't all like just together, right? So we were scattered, exactly. So the Lacedaemonians, they said, "Oh, in our writings it says that we're brethren. We share the same Father, right?" Now, this is over time because when we went into the land to about then, it's almost like 1,600 years. So the exact nature of the relationship might have passed on to them, but in their writings and history, because also the Danites didn't necessarily just stay there either, right? They think of it like they drop a little bit, come conquer, leave some people to run it, and then go someplace else. That's Dan. They're just rough warriors, right? They're snake, leaving their path wherever, right? Well, go ahead.
So verse 22 of First Maccabees chapter
Verse
12, verse 22. Now therefore, since this is come to our knowledge, ye shall do well to write unto us for our prosperity.
Right? So I'll stop the class right there with that, right? The point is that this is of my belief that those Lacedaemonians are Danites. The Danites never stayed one place. They kept moving, kept conquering. Someone had to bring the trade from the time of King Solomon, bringing in the tin for that, right? And so the Danites kept moving. The point is that both prophecies, all three prophecies, are established within the Bible, that they're the adder in the way, right? That knocked the rider back. Dan was out there fighting, right? Even in the Genesis 49 one is still implying war. It's just that the adder is the key point of it. So you'll see their tracks. They're young. Yep.
What you said with Dan, what they took to the Samoans?
The Minoans, Lacedaemonians, yes. The Lacedaemonians. This is me. I'm still working on certain things, but the Lacedaemonians are the Danites. They have in their recorded history that they and the Jews are brethren from the same stock, right? Yes, the Spartans are Lacedaemonians, but Lacedaemonians are not all Lacedaemonians are Spartans. All Spartans aren't Lacedaemonians, right? It's a
There's a group of people, residence group, that they reside in. And, people,
oh yeah, yeah.
taking something that people, that's the part of it.
Oh, the 10. Let me get it. All right, I'm gonna get it in 1 second. Yes, they're seafaring people. The prophetess Deborah said Dan remained in ships. Okay. It's not natural. Tin isn't natural. It's region because it's the only place in that region that produces that copper.
Let's take one example, European.
Hmm?
Let's take one example, people that came out of Europe.
Uh-huh.
They divided from Europe and came to America.
Mm-hmm.
Now they call themselves American.
Mm-hmm.
That can be, but that can be like the same thing, because when we say we speak English, we don't really speak English.
Of course.
We speak broken English, because real English people is from
England. Con.
right? So I'm just saying, coming out
Con.
of yes, that can be like the Bible, the same thing.
Con.
Aseret, we came from Aseret.
Aseret, the New World.
Yeah.
Aseret, yes. So I'll just say this. Where's where's Dan? Everywhere. Right? the short answer, where is Dan? Everywhere, right? They're seafaring conquerors, right? With that, I'm gonna end the class. Shabbat Shalom. I can answer after everything. I just want my camera.
Definitely good class.
All